Hey my little ghoulies, it's me Raxels, and you're on the table right now because I'm going to show you how to make these cute little keychains. So, but before I start, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notification bells if you haven't already because you do not want to miss a video from me, especially now that I'm posting like every other day. Make sure you watch the end of this video so you don't miss the special comment. So first off, you're gonna want to have your figure. I'm choosing this Twilight, of course. Avi. I did get this from Amazon, so if you're wondering, I will put all the links. I'll put all of the links in the description down below so you guys can get your figures. So next, when you have your figure, what you want to do is take your lighter and your pen. Now I'm gonna look off from the camera for this because I need to actually focus, but that's what you're gonna do. I would recommend not leaving it in for too long because you don't want to miss, or you don't want it too hot because it'll melt the bobby pin. Not bobby pin, but the push pin. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna stick it in the head and you're gonna push it as far as you possibly can. Sometimes it helps to twist it. I have nails on, so this is a little harder for me. But yeah, you want to do that. You're going to quickly pull it out, and then you should have something like this. Don't mind this. It's some confetti from the set she was in. So next, what I do is I take my trusty hook screws. These are also on Amazon. I'll link that as well. I usually pick from the middle side, but since I'm running low, I'm going to pick from the big side. And you can choose between silver or gold. I usually go for silver, but you know. Now you're gonna find the hole, and oh, this is hard to do on camera. And with nails, oh my god. But once you find the hole, you're just gonna screw it in. So let me do that real quick. Might have to cut it so you guys can see. Sorry, I had to like come back, but so this is what it should look like once you're done. And now you're gonna take this string. This is some really good string. I would highly recommend using this. I used to use yarn, but my friends can tell you how that went. So you're gonna cut it to about a reasonable length. Can't really see it, but I cut it to about this long. My camera will focus about that long, and then you cut it. And then what I like to do is kind of take it, the string I'm using, and find one of those groovy bits, like right here. That way I don't like lose the string. Place some at. It will go in there. So now you have your string, right? Y'all paying attention? This part is very crucial. You're gonna take the figure, stick it through there. So you're gonna take the figure. You're going to tie it around your fingers like so. I'm looking through the camera to make sure like you guys see exactly what I'm doing. If you need to, you can always slow this part of the video down um, because I did cut my fingers were kind of in the way, but that's pretty much all there is to it. I usually tie this like around 2, maybe 3 times, sometimes even 4 to 5. Okay, maybe this time might just be 1 because oh my god, can't tie this for whatever reason. But sorry, once you're done tying it, then you're gonna start assembling it. So I'm gonna pause. So, anyways, y'all, I'm back, and it took me a second, but I finally got it. So now here comes the fun part, basically, and you're just gonna start assembling the keychain. I just kind of like to let the beads guide me, honestly. I also, a quick little fun fact, if you have a character with multiple colors on their figure, like for Twilight, she has pink, blue, and purple to her, I would just use those color beads. Now, try not to use like too many beads. I would say for the pink, use accent beads. Or like use them as like accent beads. Don't use them like in the pattern. It'll be easier to explain. But like you see how there's like pink there, but there's not a lot of pink. I'm not gonna use too much pink. I'm mainly gonna use colors like purple. Got 2 butterflies. It's cute. And I'm going to get quiet. All right, guys. So now we are back, and I'm going to show you how to tie this. So I'm actually gonna get closer to this. So boom, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your keychain, and the ones I'm gonna put in the description look something like this. So you're gonna take the ring right here, stick the keychain through the ring, make a little tie similar to the one you did at first. If I can do this on camera. I mean, I have two hands. I should be able to. Hold on, guys. I can't tie with these nails. Yeah, you got nails. Well, then again, I'm a newbie, so I'm not gonna say too much. But I was gonna say, if you got nails and you're trying to do this, it's a whole extra process. Like, I gotta literally do more than I need to. Like, I got to be extra. Okay, wait. I think I looped it weird. That loops weird. Hold on. Okay, boom. So see, and I'm gonna tie the rest off camera because this is hard to do with nails. But yeah, once you do that, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm gonna talk for the rest of this because there's nothing else for me to say about the keychains. Well, nothing else to show, rather. So when making keychains, a couple of things I want to make note of. One, the string you use, I don't know if this is common sense, but it is very important about the string you use. Because I used yarn when I started these out. Even if you look in the first video, you can tell like I used yarn. And yarn is the worst, I'm gonna say that again, the worst option because yarn breaks a lot easier than the string I'm using. So if you are going to use yarn, just keep that in mind. Number two, depending on how well you do these, it may or may not be fragile. So I always recommend gluing it if you really want a strong keychain. You don't always have to glue it, but I would just say if you're not confident in your tying abilities, you feel like this keychain isn't strong enough, glue it. That's what I'm gonna have to do with mine. Second, if you are under the age, like if you are a kid, you are like, not really supposed to use safety tools, like fire tools, sorry. I heavily advise you ask your parents to do the fire step. I'll try to put tags in the description. For example, at the beginning. What is that called? Timestamps. I'll try to put timestamps when I use fire. That way you guys know what step it is. I'll try to do timestamps on all the steps just so you guys are made fully aware of each individual step. But yeah, I always recommend asking an adult for help if you can. Now, I will say this. If you want to buy a keychain, I have all my socials in my bio on YouTube. And I also will provide my Instagram so you guys can DM me about it. Just like kind of comment on this video like, hey, I added you on Instagram. My tag is this. Can you please reply back to my message? And I'll try to get to all the comments because sometimes you don't really want like a bunch of keychains, you just want one. So it really makes no sense to spend 50, maybe $60, depending on how much you have on these keychains because they're not cheap. Like these bead sets aren't cheap. And when you really just want one. So I would recommend that. But hold on guys. She's so fab and she's so tea. So this is the final look. I do have to like cut, I don't know if you see this, but I have to cut this off and I have to cut this off because like depending on how long you make it, you will or you may or may not have extra string. So I just do that. Try not to cut it too close though, because if you cut it too close, your tie can come undone. And then to really seal the deal, since I really care about my twilights and I don't want my twilights ever breaking, I take some of this and I glue it like so. Just put a little bit of glue around it on each side, a little bit of glue. And then when I'm using glue, I try not to like put it too close to the table when I'm letting it dry, because I don't want it to like mess up and get stuck to the table. So I'm gluing it now and it should be done. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you watched all the way down to the end of this video, comment, let's see, comment that unicorn emoji since we used My Little Pony keychains. Let me know if you want to do a part 2. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2, and I'll do it with this Luna right here. But anyways guys, thank you guys for watching again, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!